I come to the fifth priority, Honorable Speaker, sir, green growth. Honorable Prime Minister has given a vision for life or lifestyle for environment to spur a movement of environmentally conscious lifestyle.
How do government policies and regulations impact the stability and growth potential of India's real estate sector? Today we're delving into a topic that's been on everyone's mind. Will India's real estate market boom last long? Join us as we explore the recent surge in India's real estate market and the factors driving this growth, from government policies to changing demographics. We'll analyze the trends and discuss whether this boom is sustainable in the long run. Let's dive in. Is India's real estate market overheating? India's residential real estate sector has been on a tear recently, with luxury housing sales and prices increasing rapidly in major metro areas. Premium projects are getting snapped up within days of launch, sometimes within hours, indicating red-hot demand. This rush of activity and steep price escalation is leading some to warn that India's housing market is overheating and risks forming a speculative bubble. However, the growth has valid underpinnings beyond irrational investor exuberance. Several structural economic improvements, demographic trends, and government policies have fundamentally strengthened India's housing market. Higher incomes, urbanization, financial incentives, and greater transparency has enhanced affordability and accessibility for home buyers across segments. While risks remain, evidence suggests India's real estate rise is grounded in real end-user demand, not excessive speculation. In cities like Mumbai, Delhi, and Bangalore, builders are recording record sales of luxury units priced from 1 to 5 crore Indian rupees. Projects get sold out within days, occasionally within hours of release, defying even developer expectations. This frenzy indicates surging demand among India's affluent and upper middle-class cohorts for high-end real estate. Rapid price escalation and bidding wars for prestigious addresses are also hallmarks of a sector superheating beyond sustainable levels. However, economic resilience, demographic dynamics, and housing-friendly policies substantively explain these tailwinds behind India's luxury housing boom. Compared to global peers, India has shown unique economic stability, growing at 6 to 7% despite worldwide slowdowns. A large young working population is driving higher income and greater discretionary spending on assets like houses. This expandable end-user base is unlike transient investor-driven bubbles prone to collapse. Further initiatives like subsidized mortgage rates, lower duties, and RERA transparency have enhanced buyers' access and affordability across price points. With increasing job security, urban Indians are gaining financial independence and the ability to move out of joint families into their own houses. Overall, the housing surge appears rooted in rising incomes and asset ownership aspirations of India's working demographics. While investor activity may have intensified recently, end users seem to be driving sustainable long-term demand. Speculative risk cannot be dismissed as investors rush to join any appreciating asset class. Monitoring secondary sales, loan-to-value ratios, and urban housing inventory will be important to avoid excessive investor activity destabilizing the housing market. But structurally, India's demographics underpin growth of a genuine end-user-driven housing market with room to run. Can supply keep pace with India's housing demand? Amid surging housing sales, observers have flagged concerns whether supply can keep pace with demand across segments, especially affordable housing. Inventory shortages could negatively impact accessibility and price stability expected from a well-functioned housing market. As India's housing market grows beyond traditional top-tier cities into peripheral regions, demand is proliferating while supply boost remains gradual. Leading developers have reported sold-out projects are exceeding new launches, indicating inventories shrinking faster than replenishment. While 200,000 new units were launched in 2022 across India's top 7 cities, sales exceeded 250,000 units. Developers are struggling to ramp up capacity as land, material, and labor costs rise. Absorption rates are outpacing supply additions, indicating undersupply. This divergence is likely to worsen with urban housing demand expected to double to 10 million units by 2030. The supply shortfall is especially acute in affordable housing where projects remain limited despite government incentives to builders. With middle income rising beyond slums, affordable housing shortages slow improvements in living standards. Developers prefer focusing on premium projects which are more profitable. If supply fails to catch up across price segments, a prolonged housing shortage is detrimental both for home buyers and developers. Builders will lose out on sales momentum if market appetite goes unfulfilled. For home buyers, inventories remaining constrained could manifest in rapid price escalations beyond affordability. To avoid such adverse outcomes, both public and private efforts to boost housing supply are vital. Developers must leverage technology, industrialized construction, and new materials to deliver units faster. Streamlining land acquisition and development regulations will also unlock supply bottlenecks. Balancing demand and supply dynamics across segments will ensure India's housing boom actually achieves progress in home ownership rates, not just in rich speculators and overheat markets. Well-aligned supply growth will turn hopes into homes for millions of Indians. Are foreign investors pivoting from China to India? Reports have emerged of major foreign capital inflows into India real estate as global investors turn away from a slowing China. With higher transparency and easing business conditions, India's attractiveness is growing. While welcome, these global investment flows need monitoring to avoid risks, as China's economy sputters under strict COVID curbs. Lockdowns and mortgage boycotts, investor outlook has dimmed given regulatory uncertainties and slowing growth. Consequently, foreign investors are pivoting capital flows to India's stronger economic prospects. Private equity investments in Indian real estate hit record levels of $7.8 billion in January to September 2022, more than the previous 5 years combined. Global sovereign funds like CPPIB and existing investors like Blackstone are making sizable new bets on India's housing upside. Enhanced transparency under RERA regulation, faster project approvals, and easier repatriation of profits have also boosted India's appeal versus other emerging markets to attract foreign capital. A rare bright spot in the global economy, investors are rushing to gain exposure to Indian real estate's growth. While these overseas investments provide valuable funding for developers, risks of volatile foreign flows merit caution as witnessed recently in China. Speculative debt investments vulnerable to interest rate moves could destabilize India's housing market if liquidity suddenly dries up during adverse global cycles. India must remain selective about foreign capital addiction, especially fickle debt flows seeking quick gains like distressed asset takeovers. The trajectory cannot mirror China's imprudent dollar dependence. Foreign investments should align with India's long-term vision, not just investor playoff horizons. Does India risk deepening a rural-urban divide? Amid the optimistic housing story lies concerns about India's urban-focused realty boom risks neglecting affordable and rural housing. Limited incentives and unsupportive policies for cheaper housing could worsen quality of living divergence. Currently, India's metros and larger cities like Hyderabad or Pune corner a majority of developer investments, understandably due to higher returns from premium projects. But an excessive tilt concentrating development in major urban hubs raises red flags. As we wrap up our discussion on the sustainability of India's real estate market boom, we hope you found the insights valuable and thought-provoking. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on more discussions about real estate trends and market analysis, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue to bring you informative content. Feel free to share your thoughts and comments on this topic in the section below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay informed.